Hi, Deb Raven here, and I help professional women over the age of 50 to find or create work that they're really going to enjoy doing for this next chapter in their life, quite possibly their last working chapter, so that they're doing work that is fulfilling, that's meaningful, so they're not feeling bored and tired and uninspired, but the exact opposite, to once again feel that sense of joy and fulfillment and knowing that you're doing good work that impacts other people. So, this kind of work that I'm doing to help women over the age of 50, professional women over the age of 50, to reinvent themselves is super important work to me, because over the years of doing this kind of work, I have noticed that too many women have a tendency to settle. Too many rock star women are kind of paralyzed by fear or self-doubt or limiting beliefs, or they have really awesome avoidance techniques that they've developed through their life. And all of these old negative stories that maybe are playing tricks with them, that they can't do it. Maybe they're too old. Maybe they're not smart enough, good enough, experienced enough. Maybe they should just settle. My parents would never do this. They worked in a crappy job that they hated for like 20 or 30 years. Whatever stories that you're telling yourself. And so really what stops most people, most women, from finding or creating different kind of work at this stage in their life is not doing the action steps, not having a strategy. It's not that. It's getting rid of those limiting beliefs, the self-doubt, the self-sabotage, and that fear. Because it doesn't matter how many strategy steps you take. I could tell you, do this, step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, and then you're off to an amazing recreation of your professional life. But it doesn't work that way. Because if you don't totally believe in yourself and you have total conviction and belief in your abilities to achieve that, and if you totally adopt the feeling of there is no failure, there's only feedback. So if you do something and it doesn't quite work, you adjust, you course correct, you do more research, whatever the case may be, there's always a way for the committed. That's as simple as it gets. If you want something bad enough, there's always a way for the committed. And maybe that looks like you have to kind of peek outside of your comfort zone, because nothing great, nothing wonderful, nothing fantastic is ever accomplished when you stay in your comfort zone. The great things, the magical things, are just outside of your comfort zone. And so you have to be willing to get uncomfortable in order to make any change that you want in your life that is important to you. So that could be finding or creating a new job, new kind of work. That could be finding a new relationship, a new love relationship. That could be really dialing in your health and your fitness. Any of those major areas of your life where you want a different result requires you to be pushed out of your comfort zone. Now, most of us are not very good at pushing ourselves out of our comfort zone by ourselves. Okay? Think about it. You're in your nice, cozy, warm bed, and it's cold in the mornings now, and you're underneath your covers. Like, do you feel like springing out of bed and exposing yourself and getting cold? No, you don't feel like it. But something is compelling you. Something is pushing you. Maybe it's a job. Maybe it's a significant other. Maybe it's you're going to the gym, you're going for a workout. Something is kind of motivating you, pushing you to get outside of your comfy, warm covers. It's no different when you're trying to make a change in your life. It just outside of your comfort zone is where all of the magic is. And look, we're all human beings, and left to our own accord, we can get pretty lazy, we can get pretty complacent, we can get pretty comfortable. But what I do know to be true is that any time in my life where I wanted to achieve something more, something better for myself, I have had to go out and enlist the help of somebody else who is a professional in that field. Whether that was somebody to help with a relationship, a counselor, or a therapist who could help with a relationship. Whether it was hiring a personal fitness trainer to help me dial in my exercise routine. Whether it was hiring people to teach me exercise classes, because left to my own accord, I'm not that disciplined and I probably won't do it. Whether it's hiring a health coach to help me to up level my health and my vitality so I can go into my 60s and my 70s with ease and grace and a fully functioning body. Whether it was when I decided to change how my business looked and I wanted to reach more people, which required me to have more of an online presence. I had to hire somebody who was an expert in that because I was not the expert. Could have I done it by doing all kinds of YouTube videos and Google researches and whatever? Yes, I probably could have done it. But I would have been a lot more frustrated. It would have taken me at least twice as long to do it. And I would have had self-doubt and created self-sabotaging behaviors to prevent me from extending myself outside of my comfort zone. So just in my own personal life, I have many, many references of experts I've had to hire when I've wanted to make a change, when I've wanted a different outcome, when I've wanted a different result. I'm telling all of you this is because if you are in a situation right now where you no longer enjoy your work, you want to find or create something different, or maybe you've been laid off, maybe you've had to quit because you've been on stress leave, medical leave, and you no longer have work, but you have no idea what to do next. You're feeling miserable, maybe you're feeling depressed, you're bored, you're overworked, you're totally burnt out and stressed out, but you just don't know what else to do, or even if you have the energy to do that, and oh my goodness, what if you fail? If you are in that position, but you know you need to find something to create that sense of fulfillment and purpose in your life, for a reason to get out of bed in the morning so that you feel useful and productive, you have an identity of a very successful, accomplished woman, at whatever that means to you at this stage in your life, then I invite you to consider reaching out to get professional help. Now, that is the exact work that I do. You guys all know exactly what I do. I am an expert in this field. I've been doing this for just about 2 decades. I have seen it all in terms of really what stops women from achieving that next level in their life. And I can help anyone who wants to make that change with confidence and certainty as long as they put in the effort. So you have to be at a stage in your life where you're sick and tired of living this miserable life. You no longer want to do that. You know there's something more for you. You just need help in exploring really what that looks like to you. If that is you and you want to consider getting professional help, maybe it looks like help through me, I invite you to book a complimentary clarity call. On that clarity call, it's not a free coaching call. I'm very upfront about that. I don't give free advice because free advice is worth every penny. This is a process. Coaching to up level is a process that requires a commitment of time and a commitment of money and a commitment of you being resourceful to see this through for yourself. If you want to consider what it might look like to do some work with me, you are invited to book this complimentary clarity call. We spend about 45 or 60 minutes on the phone together, really trying to figure out what's going on for you, what's not working, what you want to be doing instead. And then I determine whether or not I am the right person to help you. And if I think that you're a good fit for the work that I do and I can help you achieve your outcome, we'll chat about what that looks like and see if you're on the same page and see if it's a good fit to work together. If that's not in the cards, that's totally okay. You'll at least get a lot of clarity from our time together, and maybe even some next steps that you can take on your own. So if you're really serious about getting some help and support to get past your fear of, the unknown, fear of failure, fear of, I don't really know what I want to be doing next, please reach out and get some help, because you don't have to live in suffering. You can find something else that is going to bring you a tremendous amount of joy and pride and satisfaction. So you can book an appointment with me by going to my calendar at debraven.com/apply. That's my name, debraven.com/apply. You book a spot on my calendar page. Then you're taken to a short little application so that you and I can both kind of get some clarity before we jump on the phone together about what's going on. And then we will meet at the time that you chose. So again, if you're serious about getting past your fear, whatever that means to you, and finding or creating something else, let's chat. debraven.com/apply. Thanks for listening. Have a good evening.